Okay guys, we're giving you a quick little update here. If you recall, you haven't seen much of it, but Jake's 1980 Monte Carlo that we did the complete frame off restoration on. This is a car that's got the 440 horse dyno 383 stroker motor in it. Dave is giving it its final block and it is off for paint. It is going jet black. So you can see the areas where Dave is blocking. You can obviously see the difference in the color there. So Dave, usually what he does here is he's hitting it with 320, then he'll go 400, and then he'll finish it in 500. And away we will go. And it'll be Matrix. That's the paint we use here. We use Matrix. Unless the customer's on a bit of a budget, there are other paints out there that we can buy. But we use a Matrix as a base coat and a Matrix as a clear coat. It is an awesome, awesome product. I can't say enough about it. And then once we get it home, well then obviously we'll put the little bit of chrome that we got left on it in the front bumpers, and then we'll send it off to the upholstery shop. And if you remember, we had that custom made dash that we had done in there. I don't know if you remember that or not. We had changed it and put all odometer gauges in and that kind of good stuff. Just look up an 80 Monte Carlo dash and compare it to what we've done here and you'll see the difference. And of course in the background we got Steve's 65 Pontiac Parisienne. Now some of you are kind of keeping up with the videos because some of you are kind of saying, what are you doing here? Well, as you can see, now obviously we're not making one full quarter panel at once. It's just too much. First of all, my brake is only 52 inches long and you know, Christ, this is a long quarter panel. But there's nothing wrong with doing it in a couple sections. So we're tackling it. Actually, once we got in here and cleaned it all up, we seen that this is all good. Remember you saw in the last video here, this whole car was covered in body filler. There's no need for most of it. Now obviously it's got some areas up in here, and Steve got in there and put the dent puller on, the uni spotter, and pulled a lot of it out to get this body line straight, because then he made this patch, and we've gone right from here. He's made it so it wraps right underneath here, the factory wrap. He's made it so it's got the proper contour down in here, swooping out, just like what the door is, you can see. And then this will be the next piece that he'll make down in here. And then the whole front half of the quarter is done. But you see, look, he's butt welded it all in. Now we didn't have to go inside the door because we were lucky it was solid in there. So we just butt welded it on the outside here. And of course he's still got to finish off welding it. So then we'll have the whole front half made, and then it'll be on to the lower rear half. And then guess what? There we go. All Dave's got to do is come along, give the quarter panel a light skim coat and body filler. That's all it's going to need. It is not going to need a lot. This car is going to be so much lighter that when we're done, this car is going to be sitting higher on the passenger side than the driver's side until we cut the driver's side out. There was just a load of filler in here. So once we get this quarter done, we've taken care of the whole side of this car, and then basically go on to the driver's side, and then we got to deal with the roof, which we'll deal with last. Now remember though, I say it in every video because I know a lot of new subscribers come on. We are still not, even though this car is still a lower budget job. You know, we're not, I guess when I say lower budget, this car is not going to be blocked by hand. It's going back shiny black, but Dave's just going to get it as straight as he can by machining it. And we all know Dr. Dave is pretty damn good by machining a car. He gets them pretty damn straight. So that's what's going to happen to this car. We're going to machine it the best we can, and it's going to come out looking just however it looks. But it'll look 100 times better than it does now. I mean, just look at the patchwork. That's an awesome job that Steve has done there. Everything is working good. So that's awesome. And if you all recall, if you've forgotten, there's Dave's T-Bird in the background. I went through it all, got it up and running. Yes, Dave has a T-Bird, not just a smart car. It's got a 67 T-Bird, 4-door, suicide doors in the back, 390 in it. I went through all the brakes. It sat for 3 years, put the carb on it, cap, rotor plugs, wires, oil change. There was a tranny leak, tested all the lights, went through the whole thing. Just basically made it so Dave can drive it out of here. He can drive it home, give it a wash job or whatever he's going to do, and Dave's got a cruiser. Went through the front suspension, put new shocks all the way around the car because the shocks are hammered out, and that's it. So Dave also has an old car besides a little smart car. Can you believe that? That's unbelievable. And of course our little Olsey's waiting in the background. And I'm actually going to get started on that tomorrow, weather permitting, and I'm going to start ripping the front suspension out of that and just replacing what needs replacing. The customer gave me the go-ahead. He heard the engine running. He said it runs like a dream. He said, Rick, go through it, just replace what needs replacing. Let's get this car so we can actually sit in it, start it, and drive it down the road. And then we'll worry later about what we're going to do with the body and the chrome and shit like that. and that's fine with me. We'll go at her. So anyway, we're going to sign off now. So remember, it's always good time at Old Time. There's lots of t-shirts, decals, and all that stuff for sale, guys. So any new subscribers out there, look us up and check us out and look us up on Instagram. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching, and big thumbs up.